Video log number 8. And the last one. Some people just know from the day they were born what they're meant to do in life. I guess I was one of the lucky ones. I found out pretty early on what I wanted to do. Now, I didn't come to this conclusion all by myself. I had help from people. Mr. Wilson, my kindergarten teacher, asked the class what they wanted to do when they were older. And everyone had these amazing answers. But I didn't have a clue.
So Nolan, what would you like to do when you're older?
I want to be a Pokemon trainer. I want to have a Pikachu and a Pikachu and a Pikachu.
Okay, we get the point.
And a Charizard!
Danielle, what would you like to do when you're older?
I want to be Lady Gaga or Kesha.
Timothy, what would you like to do when you're older?
I don't know.
Well, there's gotta be something.
Well, I like space, and the stars, and the moon.
Well, have you ever thought about being an astronaut? You could be the first person to walk on Mars. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing! And it was from that point on I knew what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. In life, we all have dreams and aspirations, but rarely do we stick to the crazy dreams we had when we were kids. If we did, there'd be lots of firemen, baseball players, ballerinas, wizards, Harry Potter, Morgan Freeman. I myself would be an Abercrombie & Fitch model with 20 girlfriends. But Timothy is different. He works his entire life for his dreams. The question becomes, how far must one go to achieve one's goals? Timothy goes for his dreams and reaching for the stars. And original. I remember the first time I went to Astro Camp. It was not how I expected at all, but a life-changing experience nonetheless. I remember when I first met my cabin partner.
Are you Timothy? Because you look like a Timothy, and my cabin partner happens to be named Timothy. So are you, in fact, Timothy?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good! Oh! I can tell by your handshake we're gonna be the best of friends! Ah! Look over there. It's Jasmine Sutherland. She's the prettiest girl at camp. I mean, there's only 4 girls at camp, so there's not that much competition, but Jasmine, she happens to be the prettiest.
Curious, I look over to see Jasmine. She really is beautiful. She looks at me,
And I look back at her, and I run quickly away out of fear.
I was 14. Don't judge me. But feeling stupid, I wanted to apologize for my stupidity. So I wrote her a note saying,
"Sorry for being stupid."
Yeah, my writing talent amazed me also. I handed her the note, and she handed me a note back saying that it's okay that you're stupid. I guess that was deserved, but we met, and we talked, and we found out we had a lot in common. It was so much fun. My cabin partner was freaking out.
What's it like to talk to a girl and have her not run away? This is why I'm single.
I was having so much fun at camp, and people didn't laugh at me when I told them that I wanted to be an astronaut. But camp was ending, and I wanted to make Jasmine my girlfriend. But I had never done anything like that before, so I wrote her another note. Yeah, I'm amazing with girls. But to my surprise, she said yes. And after camp, we started dating. And after camp, I met her father, which was terrifying, to say the least.
So you want to date my daughter? Well, you are kind of funny looking and small in stature, but I approve. So when shall be the wedding? I want many, many, many grandchildren. Sir, we're 14. Don't you think that's a little young to be? Oh, I kid. Oh. So what do you want to be doing when you're older?
I want to be an astronaut.
Oh, that's That's never going to happen. You should try to be something more reasonable, like a repairman, or a zookeeper, or a Chippendales dancer.
You know, my whole life people have told me that wanting to be an astronaut was a stupid, silly dream. But it never hurt so much to hear. But I didn't let it stop me. I kept working hard, I got good grades, I got into a good college, and soon I started working at NASA. Years went by, and suddenly I was an adult. Jasmine and I were still dating, and we wrote notes to each other like we had a camp. You know, as a joke. I wrote to her, "I love you." And she wrote back, "I love you too." I wrote to her, "Will you marry me?" And she wrote back, "Yes." All my dreams are coming true. And I finally had my first job at NASA, to go up to the space station for some repairs. I was so excited. I wasn't scared a bit. Oh my God! I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! Timothy, we haven't even gotten in the shuttle yet. Oh my God! I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! I was terrified. But everything went well. And I finally had my dream job, to be one of the first people to walk on Mars. I was so excited. I rushed home and I gave Jasmine a note with the good news, and she handed me a note back saying that she was pregnant and to be due after I was up in space. She begged me not to go. But I said no. Damn it, this is my dream! I've been working for this my entire life. I'm gonna go! And against her wishes, I went. And now, I'm up here, and you're down there. Earth looks so beautiful tonight. Hi, Jasmine. You're probably wondering why I've been recording myself for the last few minutes. Look, Jasmine, I don't have a lot of time. The engine ignited, we lost all electrical control, and I'm the only one left. The oxygen's being sucked out as I speak. Jasmine, I stepped on Mars, and I was so happy. But I was never meant to leave you and go after my dream. I was meant to be your husband. You know, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but I kept a bag of all the notes you've ever written me. Like, when you first said, "I love you," or when we were deciding what to name our child. If we had a daughter, you wanted to name her Savannah. And if we had a daughter, I wanted to name her Christina. NASA told me that yesterday you gave birth to a beautiful daughter. And I know you won't receive this message until NASA retrieves the ship, but just know, I think Savannah is a beautiful name. And though I won't be there to tell her, I want you to tell her to reach for the stars.